Township of Cohasset, Tuesday, August 16th, testing. Ready, Mayor?
I'll call this meeting to order at 7:01 p.m. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given to the Express Times and Star Gazette, satisfying the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wanda, which of these minutes do we have to take?
We have to take them separately. Everyone can vote on May 3rd.
Okay.
Councilman Vangelli has to abstain on June 21st, and Councilman Bavinski has to abstain August 3rd.
Great. All right, do I have a motion for May 3rd?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Bavinski?
Yes.
Slack?
Yes.
Van Loo? Vangelli? Kern?
Yes. Okay, do I have a motion for June 21st meeting minutes?
Second.
Okay, Bavinski?
Yes.
Slack?
Yes.
Vangelli? Is abstained. Van Loo?
You can vote for these.
And Mayor Kern?
Yes. And meeting minutes for August 3rd, does I have a motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, Bavinski, you abstain. Slack?
Yes.
Van Loo? Vangelli?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Can I have a motion to table the bills until...
I'll make that motion. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Okay, is there any public comment on any agenda items, for agenda items only? Yes, please come up and speak in the microphone. Just come to the microphone, Jerry, so we can pick you up.
One motion, 88, ADE paving, 100 per hour. Surcharge, what type truck is that?
I believe it's a pickup truck here. Don't hold me to that. I'm not sure. It's
100 an hour plus
If it goes over a certain amount, it's on for the fuel.
Okay, any public comment on agenda items? Seeing none, we'll move on to attorney's report.
Asked a couple meetings ago about the status of the litigation between the town council for sewer. Just on background, they've made several changes. Professional Brett Corn is still their attorney. I spoke with Brett, I sent you guys a document, basically to give you guys updated where that litigation stands. So Packtown has a lawsuit against the town for basically sewer overcharging and inappropriately high rates. And Greenwich has similar lawsuits there, consolidated trial, and been sitting around for a couple of years. Been sitting around so long, the judge is now asking to be dismissed without prejudice, because he doesn't want him on his calendar, but it doesn't make him look good. And so they're agreed to do that, and you're gonna go to mediation. Speaking with Brett Carney, Greenwich and Packtown shares the cost of a sewer expert that has identified a whole host of improprieties, he's pointed out, in terms of billing and the basic disparity in the rates as well between the town and the sending district. Just by one example, I think he told me, I think it's 40% of the Phillipsburg mayor's salary comes out of the sewer budget. You know, just very disproportionate, and that's just one example. So I think it's up to you guys, but once that litigation is dismissed, I think it would probably be a benefit to Cohasset to have a seat at the table of that mediation. But it's nice that I don't have to litigation, you guys have to spend money. But if you wanted to, all that minimum, I guess if you're okay with that, I'll send Brett Carney a letter saying, hey, please put me in the loop on the service list, because Cohasset would like to participate in mediation. If you want to go that route, there may be some expense, obviously, to the sex expert, he would have to fine tune a little bit wherever he's done for our sewer, but the basics, I think, would be applicable to all sending districts. I also believe Alpha has already authorized action to file suit with state deviation. So if Cohasset comes in, it sounds like all sending districts would be a part to whatever, however this unfolds. If they don't successfully mediate, I guess the idea would be all four sending districts would refile a new litigation and would basically pick up where it left off. So that's one major issue.
Do you have a approximation?
I know they spent $5,000 on their expert to date.
Between the towns?
So I guess that was done. I don't know candidly whether they would, look for any type of retroactive contribution to that, but hopefully we would join on a going forward basis. Since we carried the last time we had this lawsuit, nobody joined us, and one of the reasons why we didn't prevail probably. I don't think, it's just mediation. I don't think from a legal standpoint you're talking about a lot. I asked Frank if he'd be interested in basically consolidating, letting him kind of be our special attorney so that we kind of share the expenses. There's not, I'm not sure what we're going to look at. But I think at this point right now, if the council would authorize me to send a letter saying, hey, if one mediation schedule would like to participate, they send it to us. And if you want to reach out to their experts, say, hey, can you give me a proposal for you guys to consider your next meeting for what it costs to allocate support just for us? And then you'll know. I don't think, again, particularly now in Phillipsburg, I don't think we're going to take a big advantage. If they settle with one, does not mean they're going to reset the rates for everybody. So I suspect they're going to. How would they do that? They discriminate in rates all over the place. They have separate contracts for everybody right now, Steve. And it's just, whether they can legally get away with it, I don't know. But I think it'd be prudent probably to try to take advantage of all of this. They can do it. It's best.
That's how the one inequity that was in the low pack, like in the low pack contract, when it was the low pack contract, and we were still having to use the low pack contract.
I'm not saying they do several things to end up. They have a 5% cap, and I guess every contract about any surplus on sewer budget that can transfer to their general fund. They've been paying far more than that for several years. So there's quite a few issues that add up to a pretty fair change over time. And of course, the other fundamental issue is the extreme disparity of rate between the residents. That's where you're at. A lot of members do whatever we want to talk about.
I'd be in
Yes. Yeah, it's on, Sal. Could you not hear?
It's very hard.
What's close?
Oh, this is.
Let's get a little closer. Well, why don't we,
Yes, sir. What would it be, Kevin? Just a motion to authorize?
Authorize a letter indicating interest in participating in the mediation with this pretty much sewer litigation.
Okay.
And I'll shoot you an email set to their expert. Frank Carney sent all those documents. I sent them to you guys so you can kind of see what it's like. Other than that, I'll let Mr. Turner along. Circulate through that draft ordinances you guys can look at. One of which was electrical ordinance. I just have to send the name of basically, there's some companies out there that are basically taking the whole town, actually the whole county, running municipality to get a hold of. I think they're also throwing in several subsequent towns, trying to go out and bid. They have residents, municipality, you know, in all residential meters, but all residential meters. And aggregate those, go out to bid and see if they can get a better competitive price. It's authorized by administrative code, and there's a particular platform for this auction. This company does, it doesn't cost anything, I guess they get paid by whoever wins the bid, if there is one bid. I thought it looked a bit interesting because it's really no harm foul. If the rate comes in well, all residents would be opted in automatically unless they already have a separate third-party electrical supplier. But they can also operate that out their postcard for whatever savings that they get for nothing. And if they've already achieved better savings with somebody else, they just keep the supplier they have. I thought it might be some interest to you guys because I know JCP&L, they will be the first ones to tell you they can't match any third-party supplier's prices. So, you know, a lot of us who look at our bills actually switched already, but for those people who just, you know, get their electric bill and pay it, they're overpaying. You guys are basically doing them a favor by whatever discount you get for them, it's better than what they're doing now. I think the time frame from somebody like a month, talking about number of auctions, I understand it, because apparently the energy would start almost sometime in March. I like it because it costs residents nothing. They can opt in or opt out anytime they want. And I just thought it was just basically free money for them. They averaged out, they have 4 municipalities, they said already doing it, but it's relatively new. The average savings, if you look at all guys, is about 10%, 10 to 12%, which is basically 1 month of your bill, basically, probably. So I circulate that, if any, you could put it on the next agenda. If you have, they're also going to come here and make a presentation for you for free. They will also do that the second time if you introduce the ordinance, so I'll actually do a little mailer for you if you want to get the video. And they post some for your residents if you want. So I thought it was pretty transparent. Didn't look like very hopeful.
The only issue with this is it's another responsibility that the town takes on them. And, I mean, we get, you know, we get blamed for the school tax, or we get blamed for the county tax, and now we're gonna get yelled at over the utility electric bill. Or power goes out. I mean, that's the only. I think too is
Nothing can change. JCP&L is still the, you know, still.
Yeah, but you're still gonna be like town. I mean, that's just.
And if you, that doesn't interest you, by the way, because this came up to Belvedere last night, the mayor of Belvedere asked the question, he said more municipal meters, like this building, public building, and what have you, those are not part of, they are not permitted by statute, to be aggregated, but there is a separate platform that municipalities are starting to do. So if you don't want to mess around with the residents, you're interested in that, get some information. I just thought it was
It's like $3,000.
Right. So if you rent, this is something that we have experience with. I don't think you need a vendor to kind of run that for you. Right. So, again, even if we're renting, I think it's a great idea to save you guys some money down the road. You guys pay for all the street lights, all kinds of stuff. Just don't do that again. But that would really get changed. And you just look at that, says, you know, business and fines, just ask that. The deadline, I think, is around the end of September. If you want to get things in place, because they have to have it in place to see how many people that they can put out there for these potential bids.
Mayor?
Questions, Kevin?
We're married on the personnel spouse, I guess I tried to call them. I'll take that up. I'll just mention it. I'll marry and check that out.
Mayor, I forgot to put Stan's check on for our engineer report. Okay, good.
There you go. Stand track.
There are a couple actions we've been involved in.
past month or so when there was a sinkhole out on 22 near the Walmart. We addressed that. We're researching who's responsible party is. There was between APLA, Walmart, the gas station owner, they wanted to take responsibility for this. So we did get APLA to respond, and they took care of it. They asked to get the right-of-way agreements, the easements that they have, who's ultimately responsible, and we're researching that. There's some discussions about the meter pit down by on South Main Street. And there is a new flow meter that was installed by utility, by Phillipsburg. Don Grove asked for a key for entry to it, and Phillipsburg, the plant has a key, wants the key, has to go to Phillipsburg. So we have to have more discussion with Dan Moransky to see who's responsible for maintaining that meter. But there wasn't a meter put in. Dan Moransky indicated that Paul Hacktown would be eventually built for it. Now, we had some subsequent discussions on that because we looked into the agreement from Kevin.
Yes, and I talked about this earlier, and I sent it to Juan, but I think you should also send it to Juan.
Right.
Because I think at some point we can.
That's the latest one that
Yeah.
If there were other discussions subsequently, if you had any meetings as to who's responsible for the meters.
I think I said council, Stan, this came up a couple months ago. Because I think you may have just authorized some more. Well, the question came up to me, hey, who's responsible? So I would go back and check the contract, because I had a better recollection that the town, when everybody was kind of getting along, said, hey, why don't we take over all the meter maintenance or meters because we want uniformity. I vaguely remember, but you and I have checked our files, I don't see anything specific already, but I thought there was some discussion about amending that agreement. Sounds like maybe they just, in the field, effectually that.
It makes sense that all meters be the same, height, work the same way. If they're putting a meter, it's going to be cost.
I think it's kind of an issue that Don doesn't have access, so that certainly needs to be addressed. Because we have other equipment in there, I think, electrical, right, that we have to get into.
Yeah, so, a little more on that too. There's a meter that has to be licensed. The electrolytic has to be replaced. Natural Systems, the plant operator, did provide a quote at, I think, the last council meeting.
Right.
They asked for 5, they only got 1 response. I did ask for another quote from a local electrician, Case Electric. I gave the parameters for the price that transpired that, and we did get a price back about $1,000 less. But then it gets down to the same discussion, what happened with the plant test, who's responsible for that installation.
So what was the final bill that they haven't submitted the bill yet, correct?
They haven't submitted a bill yet, but
on
what they submitted back in June, they did give a quote for the same gentleman who came in that was going to put the meter. They had combined, give two, one for the flow meter, and the price was $829.
On the last agenda, I had it on for like 11,000 something.
Well, and that included
The meter and the electrical
Right,
panel.
yeah, the meter, that price was 48, it's got a price for the meter, for the panel.
Right.
$1,000 less. And that was.
And I didn't know what that NSU fee was.
And put the flow meter in, so some meter they were authorized or just decided that they had the responsibility to put it in themselves, I don't know.
I mean, I think contractually, they've obviously said that they unilaterally deviated from the contract, which made that obligation ours. I guess at this point, kind of my thoughts, Stan, we talked about this briefly today, I thought we would just send a kind of straightforward letter saying, hey, our DPW needs key because it's our property, it's number one. I mean, at least that manhole cover, in case we have to get in there for any reason. But our DPW is key number one. Number two, maybe politely just suggest, hey, since you took it upon yourself to put the meter in, we're going to assume that that any further maintenance responsibilities are yours at this point. You kind of just leave it at that. And again, maybe that will tie in if we do proceed with this mediation on the other sewer issues. I would not be surprised if that's something that's not brought to the table anymore.
Right, draft a letter, we can add some detail to it as.
Yeah, I'll circulate the draft and you understand and make sure you can whatever you want to we'll ship it out. And in the meantime, I guess if you guys should we conditionally take action, you think on the electric meters thing, the pay line? I mean, that really needs to be replaced.
Yeah,
it does have to be replaced.
And I just sent one, I guess you didn't distribute, but we have a quote from K's Electric to,
Can I take a look at that?
36 something.
I guess, I mean, this is not a sewer utility, right? We have funded, should we just make a motion?
I just got that, anything else? I'll try to get them.
Consider tax capacity, as I said before, because in excess of 5-year rates, you can use the capital roads
Is that the best price, Ken? That one?
That's the best price I can get. It's
Okay.
all you get about it. It's less than, and both included, the state and traffic control would have to be provided. It's in the area of an outside curve.
Kevin, my question is, on the, is on that sinkhole, why would you go for that? Township property, state property, I guess, it's.
Yeah, I think,
I can put that down. I just wanted to, I was saying, I wanted to make sure there was some probably for one of my inspectors out there, but I will.
yeah, I mean, I would send that, yeah.
Yeah, once I find out his ultimate response, well, I think that was the first part of my statement.
Yeah, just so you understand too, Glenn and I have been sitting around literally for, well, since that Walmart opened, we still actually have a performance bond for the reconfigured, realigned police. And they had literally spent 6 years trying to get and the county. Technically speaking, Walmart's proposed extension to Greenwood Street and that new piece of Bliss. So again, I've told Donnie this, I think we've done it in the past. Any type of snowplow damage or sinkhole or anything that happens out there, A, we have a performance bond, and B, we'll make them do that. They apparently have people like Israel and all over the world supposedly tracking down signatures because that property is actually a land lease. So the fee title owner that needs to execute the deed of dedication, like a million of them.
Yeah, well, actually, they did come to me very recently looking for dedication to this boulevard back to town. So I went back, I researched the files under their expense. And I found the same thing. I found many unknown answers. I also called the county, because they're notified of the county. Yeah, and there's issues with that. That's a long way from, to me.
I just want to make you aware of that. I know that's the other road, but just that general area, that Bliss and Greenwich is definitely not for right now.
Why don't I just address another thing we're covering right now, too?
Sure.
They did send us about 16 hours worth of bills for Oprah research for River Road.
Yeah,
How does that work?
That's become a real problem, to be honest with you. What happens is the statutorily, because it's our record, then what these attorneys are doing is using Oprah in the middle of doing old-fashioned discovery interrogatories and requests to produce, because they have a sort of barrels and fees. My thought, frankly, because they don't, here's kind of my thought going forward.
I think that's, one bill was 10 and one was 6.
Yeah, and it takes an enormous amount, plus, number one, we can charge, because if they're asking for anything that's oversized or anything in terms of production costs. But any research that Dan has to do through the file, we're not allowed to pass along by statute, technically. But I would say when we get the next one, the Turnpike or anybody else, we're gonna send it back and say, you know, you're in litigation, follow the appropriate procedures in court, and just forget about it.
Can't do that.
Well, I'll
We already did the work.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
this is, okay, I'll pull that back. too, so.
It's just, you know, I don't complain about your engineering fees being like that, obviously, I just got 16 hours,
Yeah,
it was
but
a
the
lot of
thing-
work.
and actually, that wasn't all. Because there's, yeah,
I think we should stay like that. I know there's been some talk about changing over because this is a statewide problem. It really is. People are abusing, you know, they're turning over.
Yeah, this is litigation, I don't want to talk about it now, but this has started, she responds to one that comes back, well, that's not enough. And then another guy comes in, well, what you gave him is not enough, I need something else over here.
Yeah, in some states, workers from other insurance carriers.
Right, right
Yeah.
now there's a meeting set for September 9th that I'm supposed to attend for March, so, you know,
Right.
we have a discussion,
Yeah, it's with our insurance carrier, because Stan, Donnie, me, and
I'm trying to
Chief.
It's not your fault, but it's, you know.
You know, Wanda and I, again, you know, Wanda has to be careful because it's really her license that's at issue whenever there's an opening. If somebody complains, it's gonna be to the court, to GRC about what's Wanda's name on it. But having said that, when we get, and Wanda and I usually work pretty closely on the
Right.
request. If we get another one like this that we know is clearly litigation,
Mhm.
not just this case, but any case, I'll do a close review, Steve, with Wanda, and I'm gonna see if I can develop a response that says, hey, this is not an appropriate request, this is
Well-
litigation.
Well, there's a list from the
But,
insurance.
yeah.
And I think I can be, I mean, you can't do anything about what our own insurance carrier asks you to do, that's just.
Well, yeah, because Mr. Keenan assigned another attorney in his office that's doing all this research, because a judge has ruled that Jim Piper is entitled to all this extra stuff in addition to what we've already provided. It's kind of, yeah.
Well, the standard for discovery litigation is relevancy, or, and this is somewhat it gets you, or anything that's likely to lead to relevant evidence, which is like.
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with, but all I can say, Steve, is I'll work closely with Wanda and see if we can bounce back some of those requests that are going to otherwise generate a lot of.
I think you should see the last request from the insurance carrier.
Right.
Because there's more time involved to answer all this, as she's expecting to have some response.
And if it's our insurance carrier's request, it may be that we can get reimbursement from the carrier, because at least that should go towards our deductible.
Oh, yeah.
So if you give me those bills, Stan, what I'll do, I'll direct a letter to our insurance defense counsel and say, hey, guys, you know, we're trying to be cooperative, but we expect our engineering out of pockets to be applied to our deductible, basically back to where you're getting that money back.
You have to pull that, those bills are mixed in with other bills.
That's
So
fine.
you'll have
Stand by
to
what I'm
understand if you can
Stand
pull
by
that
what
out.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, you do it that way.
And then, Lorraine, I guess, you can respond to that, Susan, who sent me an email the other day, what they would do about this. So, there you go.
Okay, good. And I'll copy you guys that letter to Karen.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other item that I have is on Still Valley Road, where Don and Steve has asked to evaluate need for guide rail, certain parts of Still Valley Road. There's grant opportunities, well, the only pool of money for grant opportunities would be the TDF, that's going to shut down. There's no place to go there. One said it wasn't discussed in the last meeting, but I don't know if there's any closure as to what we're supposed to.
Council approved it, but the CFO had already left the meeting at that point, and she said she wasn't given direction as to where this money's supposed to come from. I thought maybe a capital ordinance, but I guess there's not a lot of capital money, so,
But I gotta write like that when I get to my thing, my report.
Okay, well, that's the case, I'm finished.
Okay, first I'll just read what the road department said last few minutes. So they have paved sections of Winters Road, finished today, second section of Creek Road from basically 519 down to Winters Road. Power wash, DPW garage, municipal building, cut, chipped, and cleared roadways of fallen trees and various locations in the township. They sent 2 dump trucks from Bethlehem Township to help them haul millings. In return, they're gonna lend us their crack bar machine, which has a distributor wand that'll help us fill cracks in the roads a lot faster. The 2016 Clean Communities Grant has been submitted, the 2017 Recycling Tonnage Report has been submitted. They've graded our road edges on Lower River Road, compared to paved sections of the roadway from Creek Road to the Reeversville Bridge. was a sewer backup on Victory Alley, ran a sewer machine, came to sewer main, and there was the blockage. They sent a list of vehicles to be auctioned off at the Warren County auction in September. They're continuing to mow roadside weeds. They put up no overnight parking signs in specified areas on River Road. They assisted Franklin Township with manpower help with their chip and oil program. And I want to say that Franklin Township assisted us quite a bit with some of the pavement on the Creek Road. Assisted Bethel Township with dump truck help with a walking path project in their park complex. Replaced Chevron signs complete on Lower River Road by the railroad crossing. Assisted Harmony Township with manpower help with their oil and chip program. Do they help with the paving too, Donna? Harmony? Yeah. Cleaned all catch basins, inlet pipes, drainage outfalls after heavy thunderstorms multiple times. And that's that. Couple things. First, the rain. When we, back in April 5th, we budgeted $155,000 for road paving. And Donnie tells me there's only $109 in the budget. How does that work?
155 wasn't budgeted, it included the money that was left over from the prior.
Okay, so there's still 155 at their disposal.
They haven't spent it.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it was 155 in total.
At their disposal, minus what they spent for it. Okay, all right. And then the other thing I want to discuss, which ties in with that I call the guardrail. I know it's not allowed, but it's still a guardrail. We really should think about bonding something for our roads, because we're way behind with chip and oil, way behind with road repair. Roads are gonna be really falling apart soon, and I don't think we have any, we certainly don't have enough money left to do what we need to do throughout the township. This is throughout the township, the roads are falling apart. And I really think the town will consider a small amount of money, and we really need to get another dump truck too. I just think that's something council needs, and I know nobody wants to discuss it, but it's only gonna really fight us in the long run if we don't do something at least to maintain the roads a little bit better than we've been doing it. It's just gonna cost us a lot more money in the long run.
I will say, to the extent that town council has any interest in that proposal, we did recently find out in the last couple of months in Franklin Township, actually John Blakewitz, your bond council here, is also our bond council there. And I always thought that oil and chip was not on because it's not a long enough duration. There's a different naming, or it's like,
Well, there's quite a bit of
Cap or something or other.
If I may say,
oil and chip, that is bond.
Yeah, there's Class A, Class B, Class C, and with oil and chip, you can go for 5 years.
Right.
You know, the typical,
You can't call oil and chip, you have to call something else, I forget the term.
Yeah, I don't.
But it is bond.
Yeah, for a short period of time. What we typically do is a Class B road, municipal standards, it's 20 years.
20 years. So, I mean, that's something I think really needs to be done. And of course, that
The law was because maintenance, that's why it's.
Well, if you do guardrail.
The guardrail could be tied in with that too. If we decide we need to do it, we don't have the money.
Right, and my point is, and again, we'll get John Dragos down here, he come, he's in charge of the meeting, but my understanding too, Steve, is just like, say the guardrail might have a 15 or 20 year life, you can actually average that out in terms of your bond loads. You don't get a 5-year improvement or 20-year, so it could work.
Well, how much money is in the road budget right now, as we speak? Was it 105?
They put a 109 in plus whatever, in total to 155.
Plus the 24 left over from the primary year. So it worked out
So if we did move forward bonding, there's enough money where we can take money today to do the guardrail, and then later, I mean, if it's an emergency, I mean, if the money's there today.
We're not gonna be able to finish what we've started with the.
Oh, so that money's already out.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
What I think you guys should do is, Steve, if you go to John River, get the complete wish list together, just like if we had $1 billion. And like, Franklin Township.
Well, it is.
Well, I know, I'm saying, so what I'm saying, so get whatever you want together, get it all together, and then get John Dragos again, he does not charge to come to meetings, but get Lorraine and John together with that customers that can come out here, because what he can do is explain to you guys what they have retiring and how to best slide that in.
All right, okay, so let's do this.
Yeah,
Let's schedule that for the second meeting, or the second meeting in September. And then Donnie and I will go around and we'll figure stuff out and see where we're at.
And I'll reach out to John, I'll copy Lorraine, Flat, and tell him to expect us, and make sure we can get that.
I have a question. What's our bonding threshold?
It's pretty significant. We have quite a bit of
I mean, in terms of our ordinance, what we need to have for public.
it's anywhere over 400,000.
Okay.
Which I think is,
Okay, so, Steve?
Yes.
This would be under 400,000?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll coordinate that with guys. John,
Are you,
So schedule it for the
first for you or for Drake was to be here for?
Well, I think we ought to just come up with a number and see what we need, and then we can all discuss it.
I will be here the second week of September, so if you get it to you before.
Well, then are you around like week before or something?
Yeah. We can talk, yeah.
That's fine.
You won't have time.
We can even catch lunch or whatever.
I can send you our debt schedule, I have our retirement schedule, I have all that done already, you don't need your bond attorney for that. And I can also, if you can give me the idea of what you're looking for, I have used the lights for everything, I can tell you what your average would be and how long you can go out for them. You just have to bear in mind that the additional money that we have to budget after the third year to make the pay down on that note is gonna reduce the amount we have available for future capital.
I'm sorry.
We have that done in just a couple of days.
Okay.
Our debt schedule, so that you guys can see what our payouts are.
All right, cool.
After that is,
All right. That's all for me. I'll start off, Jim, with the fire department. They responded to 22 separate incidences, with a total of close to 300 man-hours total. They responded to anything from aiding in, it looks like 2 searches for lost persons, false alarms, there was some motor vehicle accidents. They did help with a building fire up in White Township off Route 519. Some other false alarms. It looks like they assisted also with the police department, maybe in traffic management meetings. That's it for the fire department. Police department, they dispatched to over 1,600 incidences. Is that correct? And this is from June 15th to August 15th, so that's for 2 months. Okay, but 1,600 separate incidences in that 2-month period. It seems like all.
You guys are very busy.
Awful lot.
There's a difference, the number that I don't know what our dispatch center does, and how many times they call us on the radio to tell us we need to do something. Compared to some of those incidents don't go into our reporting system downstairs, which I don't know exactly what number Chief Greenmeyer is, but that's where I got my mind.
The department issued 182 traffic, local ordinance summonses, and made 35 arrests. The criminal investigation unit opened up 32 new cases. The department issued over 100 summonses to children within Cohasset Township on our ongoing community policy program, Operation Summer Reward. These summons allow that children to redeem a free gift meal at Chick-fil-A. We would like to give a special thanks to the owner of Chick-fil-A, Josh Bowles. On August 2nd, 2016, we had our annual National Night Out. Did you go, Mayor? Yeah. I was thinking, but on the National Night Out event at the Huntington Fire Department, the event was very successful, and we would like to thank the mayor and council for their continued support of all community events. We would like to publicly thank the below supporters and volunteers who helped us to the event. The Huntington Volunteer Fire Department, the Huntington Ladies Auxiliary, Phillipsburg Emergency Squad, the New Jersey State Police Aviation Unit, Chick-fil-A of Cohasset, White Castle, Cohasset, Bagel Smith of Alpha, ShopRite of Greenwich, Drake Fennel, South Florida Alliance, Dr. D Entertainment, and Ross Labels. Service Center. Between August 19th and September 5th, the department will be participating in the Drive Silver or Get Pulled Over campaign. Anything else you'd like to add to that? Thank you very much. When the chief's on vacation right now, correct?
That's correct.
I think he'll be back, what, 22nd?
We'll be back on Monday.
How is our new officer working out?
Very good. She's on her own. She's completed the training program, and actually she's she made her first arrest tonight. She got some heroin off the street. Good. So she's having a really good time.
Good. Glad to hear that.
If I could just piggyback off that National Night Out, it was very, very well. It was, I think, the first time in like 4 years where it wasn't humid and rainy, so we actually had a night for once. And it's worth noting that Greenwich and the Pack don't have a National Night Out, so it's really us. So a lot of people came to ours, and it was very well attended. And it really speaks volumes to our police department that they were able to
have the state police there, the helicopter. That's a very requested commodity. So that residents landed right in the ball field there. So they landed it there, and the fire company and the emergency squad also on some presentation too. So it's with everything going on within the police community, it's nice that this here there's a very strong relationship with our police department. People really have our department's back and vice versa. So very, very good event.
The only other thing, our environmental, we haven't had that night, we'll meet in September for our environmental commission meeting. There's some debate, I guess, it falls on Labor Day, and I don't know if the chair had any decision whether to have it or move it, but there was some discussion about that. Other than that, Mayor, I don't have anything other than Mary and I met and interviewed a tax assessor last night. I can let Mary touch on that in her report.
Okay, we'll move forward to that executive.
I was supposed to say, we're not speaking to that now, I'm speaking.
Okay.
Okay, well, the Professional Economic Development Advisory Commission has not been meeting this summer. That'll pick up again, I'm sure.
like us, right?
And the community garden is really going well. It's, I know personally, I've been so many peppers, two varieties, and tomatoes, two kinds, and just started to harvest the beans, and it's like I'm giving away a lot of produce because there's just so much, but it's so good. So,
Churches, well,
it's a good year for gardens, I guess, in spite of the fact that at first we didn't have a lot of rain. I do have a question about the resolution for salaries. I just have a question. You did go to the state, did you not, for all of our inspections and so forth?
Yes.
Okay. Does that include our electrical person? Because we do have listed in this electrical subcode official, and then we can all of that.
is Josh the one?
I had asked that question too, and Lorraine explained that,
It has to be here because our electrical.
that's okay.
Because they've been paid so hard this year. So it's authorized payments to the entire.
Oh, so it's like, because of the already being paid, it needs to be included, and then next year it would be gone.
Right, it would still show on your ordinance if you choose to maintain that position, it just wouldn't show on your resolution.
Okay, just like the plumbing subcode, same thing.
Right. All those, any position that someone has been looking for this year.
Well, I was gonna say construction official, we just have the word open, and that's why I was wondering, because those didn't say it, but they had a person's name. But that makes sense, what you're saying. Okay, that was my question.
Anything else, Mary?
I do believe, that's pretty much it. I will probably not be here for the first meeting. It's right after Labor Day.
No, you're the
I'm
second.
first, okay, gotcha. Val.
I was checking the roads. Someone has thrown a fly Edge Road. It's $5 pop, get rid of them. The hack company. And all kind of garbage on the road too. Now, have to make sure we have no standing water because of the mosquitoes. Now, the street from VIP Cleaners. You know that white line that goes in front of it? Could we have no cutting through some type of sign? They use his parking lot for a shortcut. Can we do anything about that? Why should he do it?
Because places that have no thoroughfare. So, you know, they put their own sign.
And Sal, the police do ticket that.
Huh?
The police do ticket that. They sit on the other side of the building and they'll pull people over for cutting through. I've seen it.
Well, they really do it. Now, the Huff Estate, what are we going to do about the Huff Estate? That place is a big place. You know it, and I know it. Let's do something about it.
I agree with you.
Joe Rossi's taken them to court. I don't know where that stands, but I know he's taken them to court a few times.
Now, the state police made a drug bust at the way station.
Yeah.
Who gets that money? Us?
They,
We don't get anything.
State police.
The dam is being worked on every day in Warren Glen. And, it's a long and tedious job.
Particularly on 627, I know that it's like, are they one lane there? It's kind of close to the Union.
Yeah,
So is that like one lane or?
yeah, lots of times it's one line.
What are they doing, south of the water line or something?
They're moving the water line. Phillipsburg Emergency Squad has put our names on their trucks. And it looks good. Really looks good. Okay, we haven't made a decision. Okay, he's going to, go to court. I tried to talk to, Mr. Rossi, but he wasn't in tonight.
He changed his hours, so.
Anything they pick up.
You got Sal?
No, wait a minute. The health department, we had some problems. They were all-
Did he come back to you?
No. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Sal? A couple things. First is, I'd like us to add to them another motion. I was talking with our court staff, and one of the things that we have failed to replace was when we did the joint court or shared court with Greenwich, we had to eliminate our court attendant position in the court. Yeah. So we've never replaced that. The money is still there. Essentially, if someone else died along the court flow, I believe we need to. Talking with the court, I think the police have been doing it, and I think even Henry's been doing it in the court.
Well, yeah, they're both bailiffs.
Yeah, there's two, and unfortunately with the new prosecutor, I think it's difficult. The flow is getting kind of slowed down. So, and I think that's for security and flow purposes.
I think the police would agree that I think that position was an important one.
I mean, there's $2,000 in the budget still there,
but I'd like the ability to have that advertised position on one. I think I've got to find out what the civil service title was for it.
I found it. I have it.
And it doesn't mean any test, correct?
I didn't look that closely. I don't think it is. I think it's an unclassified position,
I think so.
but I can't swear.
But I'd like to be able to make a motion on that, and we'll obviously.
I would second that.
Okay,
We
well,
wanted to see how it would work with us to one.
And it's
I
not.
sat and forth, and I think, yeah, we would be.
And since the court is now bigger, I think it speaks even more that we need to do that. Second, I've received a lot of complaints from residents and coaches and the rec association about the level of appeals, which have been horrible, to say the least. We went out there, and I think they haven't been noted in 2 to 3 weeks until 2 days ago when the rec did it themselves on the fields that they're using for football, and considering the weather that we've had. I don't know if there's anything we can do this year for the remainder of the contract, and even speak to other vendors, I don't think anyone would be able to pick up the word at this time. However, I would just like us to potentially consider, rather than going to us getting quotes and trying to go with someone local who's more responsive, because right now I think it's such a small thing, but it gets people very angry. Well, it's unfortunately it's been the entire year. Initially, it was baseball and softball. They're horrible.
Where are they located?
All over town, all of them, at different times of the year. So it's a complete nightmare.
Jimmy brought up something you said before the episode a couple days ago, and I just said to him that, in my recollection, we generally had declining bids. It's one of the few things that's been getting less expensive for you guys over the years, and I think one that we were fairly comfortably under the bid threshold last year then, right?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, you know, if Jim's point, get better service for somebody local who actually cares, we could step that bid package, just solicit quotes, and try to attack that way.
Just something.
So do it like ad in the newspaper?
Yeah.
Or, you guys know what local guys are, you know.
Yeah, but I don't put the ad in.
And what we do is we know what part of our local guys got particularly for the local guys.
I have one for you. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want it, you want it to be as good as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Next, you'll see there's a couple ordinances added on the agenda. 610, this was or in intermunicipal agreements. This was brought to our attention by Scott Rob. Essentially, we have agreements, mutual aid agreements with every town that borders us in Warren County, but we do not have one with our neighboring municipality, Hunter County. So this is going to list them, and it's for insurance purposes, because essentially what was happening is we were responsible for their officers paying it to Blackhawk, so now it's they're going to introduce the same word themselves, so that that reciprocation is there. It's just something that was never brought up, and Scott, noticed it when we had to go out there for something, so it's, just a little bit of housekeeping.
Scott also sent me documents, Scott also could promise to email a draft of the ordinance, the historical agreement itself. He already sent that to Holland Township's attorney, Dick Cushing.
Oh, nice.
I had for Dick, he kind of surveyed the revisions, so, yeah, Scott was, we're out of that.
I got it quick, so that's good.
You get many calls with Holland, you have to respond for assistance or not?
Probably anywhere from 20 to 25 a year, but
One in the southern end of the township, but
one injury. But I've never had, in the 16 years I've been around, any of the other calls have been minor in nature. As an example, our last call for assistance was an individual who was high on methamphetamine that was county shot. So, and those are the nature of calls that we do over there. So for insurance purposes, also safety purposes, it's really something that needs to be done for the protection of the officers.
Makes complete sense. And the second one, 1611, this is just amending our ordinance that we had done last year for emergency personnel for waiving fees. Just expands it to active military and honorably discharged military, so waiving the fees for marriage licenses, smaller fees, I think it was $300 in the ordinance. So it'll now include those individuals. And I think the cost, we believe we saw that last year, was negligible.
The municipal part of the cost.
Yeah, it's always,
Safety's involved and so forth, they need to.
yeah. Sorry, I'm continuing. I've had a lot of meetings since our last meetings. Dave and I met with representatives from the county. Push down there, you'll see to authorize us to participate in what GXP mapping software. Essentially, our police department has downstairs a massive role. Every building, every scenario, every type of incident that could happen in Warren County, and specifically to us, Macon, so we have maps of Walmart, the mall, the school, any 78, like if there were ever some type of horrible, shooting event or something like that, they have to, the officers and the team employees take out these paper maps and kind of say who's going where, and everyone's speaking a different language throughout the county. What Prosecutor Burke has done is he has taken the initiative to roll out this GXP mapping device. It was used in the military prior, and now it's being introduced to the civilian side or police. And essentially what it does is it gives you real-time satellite imaging of an area, so up-to-date maps, and what it does is it allows all units to be speaking the same language on their smartphone for the police have. It also gives our emergency management coordinator access, as well as representatives from the governing body when something is happening, so we're all on the same page. And the nice thing is too is that if there is a real significant event, it gives us the ability to actually order instantaneous satellite shots at that time. And I counted it as a cost, I think it's $300. So when the county pays for that, it's so minuscule in this type of situation that can be incredibly serious. I don't get anyone batted out of eye about something that would ever happen, and we have that expenditure. You'll see the cost is $2,500. I think it'll be less. I think they were anticipating $200. That's every municipality.
Depending on how many municipalities.
I thought if we went a little higher, just in case of not opt in, but the prosecutor's obviously picking up the rest of the expense, so it's just something that will allow our law enforcement to have. They want a piece of paper. Yeah, everybody will be on this, this system, which I think could be, hopefully never have to use it, but it's there in case we do. So.
Actually, President Burke was at the Delaware meeting I was at, and they approved it for the $1,500. He also stated that all the schools and districts in the county have already they are going to pick up us for the annual upgrades to the system. So that's already taken care of.
Well, that means the taxpayers are going to pick up the cost.
Right.
That's so noble.
So this is a one-time shot, unless you guys want to add on more.
They were talking that you could have internal mapping of buildings, if you had, for instance, schools, right, by the Walmart, they would have a floor plan of that building right in their hand. And to me, that, in a situation like that, is just, priceless to have something that great.
And many of the businesses will opt in to do it, will pay for it themselves because they get discounts on insurance or having
These types of plans in place, so
So it's a win-win for everybody, and it's good that,
it was the chief of the
Dennis
Dennis Lau and the prosecutor taking the lead on that. Why, what did you have? No.
Well, I had a good segue because we were talking about insurance.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just that we received a letter from New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance about their, they have multiple things. They have auto, renters, and door insurance. The auto is what we have, and we've had it since.
You a shareholder?
Since the beginning of time, we didn't even live near this area, But anyway, I don't know, is there anything that we have to do to make this available to employees? Because I know it's excellent insurance. And since they're now allowing municipal employees to opt in, because before, you couldn't just get it. You had to have a business and you had to join NJM. So now they're giving us the opportunity that our employees is something that.
Is there a way we can put that in payroll, like in the check stubs, like a?
They would, they're willing to have somebody come and just sit down and speak with people. Which is what, no, it's not somebody else. But anyway, yeah, they would come in and they would just, whoever was interested would sit down and speak with them.
We just have to let all the employees know ahead of time, because they'll have to bring whatever insurance they're looking to get quotes when they have to bring all of
I know they're excellent, and in terms of when you have a problem with your car, because you've been treated wrong, right? They really are quick to come out and take care of things. They're just excellent. You get a dividend every year, and.
How about your department, they just pass along with the department, circulate it that way, and anybody has an issue, send a date, and have a meeting.
Well, I
Yeah, I was going to say, I can circulate it to the township employees and ask if there's any interest in setting something up.
We'll have a date for that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Because it's excellent insurance, and I would like to give you the opportunity.
I don't know.
One of the things I tried was their first Liberty Mutual.
With NJM?
Yeah. Everybody's got a reciprocal agreement with Liberty Mutual, if you don't follow it over there. Yeah.
I never knew that.
I'm very happy with my provider. One more thing I think we talked about, we did have some big news that turned out not to be big news last week with our alleged bear incident in the township. But I would like to just publicly commend our police department and all of our emergency personnel, because I think at the initial response, everyone was going under the impression that was in fact an ongoing incident, and I think everyone handled it very well. And fortunately, it is what it is at this point. But I think you have to operate under the worst case scenario of situations, and then if it turns out to be what it was, then that's fine. But they did handle it well, and you just never know when something like that's going to happen. So I just wanted to mention that. Resolutions. Does anyone have any issue taking all of them except for the last one?
I'm on the roll list.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Babinski?
Yes.
Slack?
Yes.
Van Loo? Vangelli?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes. Does anyone have any issue taking all the ordinances together for first reading with a second reading for
Six. Okay, Babinski? Slack?
Yes.
Van Loo? Vangelis?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes, motions, now we have.
Some to add, some that were not brought up yet.
Okay, Mayor, can I, you wanted me to draw your attention? We have Mr. and Mrs. Welsh in the audience this evening, and they had a problem with a sewer backup at their home, and they've written a letter to council, which was number 9 in your correspondence, and they're asking the township to consider reimbursing them for their costs for cleaning supplies and to replace some items that their tenant lost.
And this was
They had a plumber out at their home, and they determined that the backup was in our sewer main, and Donnie Group could probably speak better to that than I could.
What have we done in the past, Tom? Has this happened in the past ever or no? What have we done in the past? You know, I think it's been like a per case.
It's not been a standard.
There's no standard.
Some people turn it into their homeowner's insurance. Some cases.
Where would we draw from?
Sure.
Do we have the amount on that?
$1,147.05. Yes.
They submitted. Insurance on that, it's back up.
It's a pretty small amount, so, as I said, I think it is a case by case basis. You guys, usually, I think that's how it's not much required, at least this was insurance. We've covered that, but this is a pretty small amount. So, it's not much around.
Yeah, any deductibles to it.
Yeah, I mean,
that low.
Probably, so that's what I'm
But
saying.
I think it was like your problem, that's what it's called. Instead of calling us,
Well, this was built tonight, first of all. And he couldn't get down there all night. So I mean, he was there all night, some home, and. It was not, you know, tenants.
So we could, would want to, could you read the motion?
Yeah. Okay, so we, in addition to all the motions currently stated, we're going to be adding one to authorize Attorney Benbrook to send a letter of our interest to participate in the mediation with the Greenwich and Lopakon sewer litigation with Phillipsburg to Brent Carney. We're going to approve the proposal for K's to install the electric to the panel for the sewer meter pit.
Yep.
And a motion to authorize me to advertise for the court attendant, and to authorize a reimbursement made to Mr. and Mrs. Welsh in the amount of $1,147.05 for damage caused by a sewer backup. Which one? I'll email you.
Anyone have any issue taking them all together?
Second.
Okay, Babinski.
Yes.
Slack.
Yes.
Van Loo. Vangelis.
Yes.
Kern.
Yes. Any public comment, any general public comment?
good comment, I think. This is referring back to several months ago when the 8th grade Cohasset students talked to you guys about book houses that they wanted to do. Well, they got finished at the end of last year, and right after the meeting, I had actually contacted them and got a really good reply from them. They're really excited. They got everything built. Come by our house. We do have one. We donated to the school, for the kids to have them done. And I also got Finesville Calvary Church to also put one up. However, I'm getting ready in the next couple of weeks to have some pictures done with the newspaper with the kids, so that kind of gets out to the public and gives them an idea of what's going on. It's not just a book house, it's like a free library. And I was kind of thinking that maybe the municipal building might want to put something out here somewhere. I think it would really be like the main place for people to really recognize it and, to get it out that we have done this. Now, I don't know, the book houses were $170. They did not ask us to pay that, we did, but I think they would take any donations. I think they have 5 that still have not been distributed. They're just trying to find a location, where people might express it. I have had people come by and ask me when I've been out there by the pond stand and such, what is that about? And people are starting to donate some books now, too. So, I think it's for a really good cause. I think it will get people to want to read more. People aren't reading like they did, especially kids, but, it's for any age group. So, if we could figure out a way, if it's possible, and also the township, to do something like that, to put it up, they may not even, expect any donation if we don't find the money or.
Well, I was thinking not only here, I was thinking like maybe one down at Benjamin Park. That type of thing.
Yeah, wherever, just a place where people, but I think, and I'd like to get it, I don't know if I need to talk to the community or want to get it on our website, and maybe we'll get a picture of some of the kids, and then as people look on there, they'll start to recognize and then give the locations to where they're at. Just trying to help them out a little bit, to try to get the other ones distributed. So if anybody has any suggestions on your property or anything that you might want one, yours might be a little bit too far up. But, somewhere where there's accessible, where people ride their bikes, take a walk, or just drive by. So it's just now starting, people are starting to recognize it.
Cool. Thank you. Any other public comment?
I'll reach out to school. That's good.
Yeah. The public comments, we do need one more thing I just wanted to say before we go into executive. Everyone did see the back and forth correspondence between us and the DOT and the PACCON and the DOT in reference to the Phillipsburg Ingersoll Rand project. A lot of residents have conveyed concerns about the traffic that is going to cause on Route 22 proceeding to Route 78. I know that Greenwich is concerned and Illinois is concerned, and we're concerned about what it's going to do. There's no trucks in one lane during rush hour or any time really. But we did, Wendy's been kind of the point person on dealing with all the fund agencies and OPRA requests in reference to that. And there hasn't been any final application yet, so we're still well early on. So we will be able to continue to convey our concerns on that. So that's just wanted to make everyone aware of that. That we do need an executive session for now.
And potential contractual, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, and paying the bills when you come back.
Half hour, motion.
Okay, Babinski? Slack? Van Loo? Vangelli? Kern?
Yes.
Thanks, Wendy.
The check.
We need a motion to come back to this.
So moved. I'd like to make a motion to move back to this session.
Okay, all in favor?
Sal? Okay.
Real quick, I'll recapitulate. First, we need a motion to reimburse Don Reed, his Medicare, out-of-pocket premiums, age $609, and to reimburse him monthly through state.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Papinsky?
Yes.
Slack?
Yes.
Van Loo? Vangelli? Kern?
This is a point of reference to the
Public,
We need a motion on this, so
but we're going to continue our assessor as the assessor pending his review. Interview one candidate, but favors our current assessor. Oh, you know what, real quick.
Wait a minute, why, let's have this discussion on that. Why do you want to replace?
Let's get the interview first,
Then we can discuss it.
We're doing our due diligence to someone having a 10-year interviewing candidate for 10 years granted.
And I guess third, I'm not sure if we decided to do this, but we're going to get
Solicit a proposal in Mass for woodland management plan for, properties down at
Green Acre property. So you need a motion for that?
We'll just get the proposal, we'll act on next time, so I'm just understanding the record of what we discussed.
Mhm.
I think that was it, right?
Correct.
motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll reach out to him. And one that I can do it on,
It's not an acting guide sheet for you.